Previously, in Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. I'm not about to do a summary, you know what happened. Although, I don't sense any enemies nearby. I know, would you all like me to tell you a story as we climb? What kind of story? One from long ago, long before the grandparents of anyone here were born. I mean, Kurtnaga is here. Are you telling me that this is a story older than the Ginza's father? Because that would be his grandfather, So technically you're wrong, probably. In the beginning of this world, well, maybe you're not wrong. In the beginning of this world, there was only water, until one day a girl appeared. The girl was very clever, and she forged the first land. Then she made trees and flowers, and then she created beings. The story of the grand creation. Heard it. Wake me when it's over. The girl was here, right, Yuna? Or are you talking about Ashera? Both, really. And neither, actually. At first, the girl was excited by her new world, and she thought of very little else. Then she started feeling lonely. Every being she had created was different from her. Not a single person that could truly understand her. All alone, she grew sadder and sadder, crying for thousands of years. Then some creatures began to grow and change, becoming more clever and sophisticated. They tried to comfort the girl and eventually grew closer to her. That was the birth of the Sunanma. They were your ancestors. Bjork, Lagus, everyone. In Benyon, we are taught that the Sunanma were human. Bjork ancestors. It makes me wonder what else my country has been warping in recognition. It's possible that the truth was simply misunderstood, like the way everyone calls me a Darkoth. But let me continue. The Sunanma worshipped the girl as their own goddess. They said her hair was as striking a color as dawn's first light, so they gave her a name. The Goddess of Dawn. She was a much-loved goddess. I'm pretty sure this game is actually called the Goddess of Dawn in Japanese, Akatsuki no Megami. That's the Goddess of Dawn. So, okay, this is where it comes from, something talked about for the first time in Endgame 3. The Goddess of Dawn. The Sunanma continued to evolve and change, giving rise to a variety of races and tribes across the land. Naturally, each of the races thought their own was superior to the others, and conflict arose between them. The goddess tried to make peace among her people, but nothing could stop the war in Sunanma. Trying to separate the factions, the goddess gave them different names, Lagus and Bjork. But this only intensified the conflict. And then, the Great Flood occurred. The goddess was only trying to bring an end to the fighting, but her power was so great that all the continents were drowned in the flood, all except Delis. Are you sure about this story? It's very different from the histories that we have each been taught. True, in Hatari we learned that the flood was a punishment, but this sounds like she didn't even do it intentionally. That's why we have always been so adamant that the Dark God must not be released from the medallion. Lagus rulers have been taught this for generations, though it was particularly stressed in times of war. Among Bjork nations, we only know a vague fairy tale about the Dark God stirring up a great disaster. Neither the Lagus nor the Bjork have an accurate depiction by the sound of it. I wonder where the story got twisted. There is another standing in our way. I have a feeling he might be able to tell us. Father? Huh? My father. It's beyond these doors. My father is waiting. The Ginse, King of Goldoa, is supposed to be the one of the three who defeated the Dark God, Yune. But what? Wait, the Ginse is so old. So he was a partner with what's her name? I know her name. I've seen her in Heroes and all that. She was the one that had the Ragnell and the Alon died. Altina. He was a partner together with Altina. I don't know if I knew this. He has been blessed by a Shera. Not only that, but it's a powerful, resilient blessing from long ago. He may be nearly impossible to defeat. Let's get everyone together. There's no better time than now. I was hoping to avoid this until we reach Sarah. Actually, I hope not to have to do it at all. But she's left me with no choice. I'll give you the blessings of Yune, goddess of chaos and freedom. In their natural state, the attacks of mortal creatures have no effect on divine beings. When Ashera set out to defeat me, she gathered her strongest warriors and bestowed on them some of her power. Okay, so we can see there Altina. I'm guessing that Black Dragon is the Ginsia then, and there's also a Beast Lagus that I don't actually know. But I'm guessing it's like Kai Negis's, antecessor, even though I don't think it's Kai Negis himself. He doesn't seem to be completely aware of the truth behind the legends of the Lagus and everything. So I guess it's a character we just don't know about. This is called the Goddess's Blessing. She empowered the dual swords of the Bjork swordsman, Altina, the Lagus warrior, Soan, and the Ginsia, the leader of the dragon tribe, were also blessed. Okay, so it's the Lagus warrior, Soan. We know absolutely nothing about this guy. Cool. I failed then, but this time will be different. We'll use Ashera's own tricks, and I won't be defeated. Everyone, take some time now to ready yourselves. Bjork, be sure to equip your best weapons. I'll begin when everyone's ready. Okay. I mean, I'm guessing I should... Okay, so the Thane is good enough. The Peshkats is the best I have. The Breaths. Let's bless the Cymbeline. Fang? I don't know how that's going to work. Okay. So here... Forget about the Wodao. We are going to... Can we do this? Oh, yes. I can get like a blessed Alondite on the Hark. It's 18. It's a bit heavy at 20 weight. But I think we should work well with that. Urban. Absolutely urban. The double bow? That's okay. Alright, Soren. Seems like you weren't able to reach this, right? Where's Excalibur actually? Where the fuck's Excalibur? Oh, did I somehow lose it? Well, oh, that's annoying. I don't know what to bless for you now. A single win seems like a horrible idea. What do I bless for you now? Blizzard also seems horrible. I guess 980, 495, and long range. Has to be Arcfire. I feel very weird about doing this, but and I guess I can at least get you to A on fire. That's about all I can do, Soren. So, yeah. Let's make you a bit better at using fire, Mayek. Double bow, as we said. The Great Talon. A Meaty. Oh, obviously. The... can store the short spear. And it's going to be the Wish Blade. That I have somewhere around here. Here it is. Okay, so no, I want to equip the Wishblade, and that's it, right? So you're going to make this into sacred weapons, or you are going to... I don't know what's going to happen, so I'll just... Let's go. I think we are all ready. And need the Lagos to transform. It's quite a lot of them. Let's begin. Did she give the Lagos the ability to transform at will? Like this, does she give form shift? Okay, I'm all done now. Oh, that was really hard. I think I need to rest. Micaiah? Are you feeling alright? You don't look so good. I'm fine, thank you, Soth. What happened to Yuna? She's sleeping. She wants us to take it from here. Alright. If we're all set, let's move out. So do I... get away to... well, let's see. Father. Who's that? It's Nasir and someone else that I don't recognize. Rudnaga. I wasn't expecting this. It's safe to assume then that you've come prepared to fight. How many times have I said it now? How many times have I warned against starting another war? We have betrayed our vow to our goddess. We should have learned, but the fighting never stopped. Now we must pay for our crimes. We must take responsibility and accept Asherah's judgment. No, you don't understand. It wasn't the war that awoke the goddess. It was my song. The Galder of Release freed the goddess. You can't expect me to believe that. We will wait here patiently for the punishment we deserve. If you are unwilling to await judgment. Okay. You will stand against the greatest of all dragons. Okay, yeah, that's a bit bigger than Kurthnaga. That's just fucking Bahamut. Father, no. Why must we fight? There must be a way to talk this through. It's no use, Kurth. We have no choice but to fight. We must reach the goddess, and not even the king of dragons can stand in our way. Oh no! Oh, that's a fucking lot of dragons. They can transform at least, but yeah, all the fucking Goldoans in the world. White dragons and red dragons. No runs out. Cannot be an equip or drop. White dragons have magical breath. Red dragons have physical breath, okay. And I'm pretty sure Enna has magical breath, actually. Because she's like a pink dragon, so she doesn't work like other red dragons. I realized this when editing the endgame one. Okay, and here in the middle we have Nasir with 48 magic. And another Lagosian. Would be actually pretty cool to steal that with South, if possible. Okay, and then we have Gareth. Gareth with a Facton of Strength. Red Dragon with Blood Tithe. Okay, and the Ginsea with Capped Strength, Capped Magic, Black. 30 speed, which means he's not even easy to double. At least Mantle. Nullifies all damage inflicted by weapons not blessed. Restoring HP equal to the unit's lack each turn. Oh, so you recover... You have 100 HP, you recover 30 each turn. By weapons not blessed by unit. Okay. So I need to use that. Air can inflict triple the normal amount. Okay, 5 stars. Oh, this guy is insane. Yeah, I mean, I think it's all about just going in. Yeah, I'm not crazy about fighting all these guys, but at the same time, what other option do I have? I'll have to ignore this side. And yeah, all of these guys are physical. But they are also tankier on the physical side, so there's no winning with them. They have some accuracy. Okay, some defenses at least. Fuck me. Alright, alright. Yeah, I need Kynegas here. Alright, let's go with this. Let's go with this. Every enemy in this map has range, meaning the Lagoon Royals are actually not that good in here. Because they can't counter with, you know, their enemy phase is non-existent. Then what? And this isn't that bad against white dragons. Because it seems to be tankier like on the special side. Also seems to me like, yeah, Thunder Magic, for example, would be useful here. No Adept, no nothing, yes, disappointment. But yeah, we take care of a white dragon there. Yes. Like if these guys are very, very, very aggressive, there's not a lot I can do here. Let's go with this. I should be, yes, I am faster. I am faster and I have Roar. And I have 8% critical, but more importantly I have Roar. Okay, taking some damage. I'm still losing transformation. Could get attacked by a magical... At this point I have to... At this point I have to attack. You know? I have to accept it and take the kill, otherwise there's just no win in this. It has a lot of resistance, even if 2 white dragons were to go for her. I think she would be okay. Considering the previous maps, I would expect this one to have reinforcements. And I now need to kill you. Probably. Yeah, look at that. 32 damage. 32 damage on the barn. Like, I'm getting very lucky with the dodges, because otherwise I could be accumulating like half health of damage here. That's just not okay. I feel I need the resistance, so... Fuck it, I need to dodge something, and if I get hit, I could physics, so... I also have crit and Astra, yeah. So... Just get both attacks and one rod. Okay. Maybe this map is the reason why I've been getting so many Worm Slayers through the game. I actually need to get something. If I don't get at least one critical or silencer, this guy will survive. Please. Oh, come on. Okay. Alright. You'd better. You'd better, or is your ass on the line? Like, the answer would be great here. I guess that's the whole point, isn't it? Okay, so they are all going for Kainegis, who won't be able to counter, but at least he's only taking 2 damage. Did I stumble on a cover actually? Oh yeah, I'm on a cover. Okay. And here I'm on a war booth. So actually Screamer is taking a bit less. Ooh. Wow, Screamer is taking a lot of enemies this turn. Does he have enough defense to take on 13? This might be an immediate reset. Yeah, seems like taking advantage of the tiles is actually the most important thing. You shouldn't be scared of, don't get in there. I really don't want to face a fucking dragon on a physical defense tile. And yeah, here... Oh no. Oh no. Well, that was the only guy, right? Because the other already moved. The red dragons might be able to... Maybe those red dragons don't move. The ones standing in a line. Fuck me. I don't like this one bit. Like, I really don't want to decimate the population of Goldoa. Okay. This might be the map with no reinforcements. I go here. Risky. Actually, so risky is not even needed. Yeah, and I just go there. And that way, 2 of them can attack me from range, but the others actually have to go for some damage. Then here, if I just had someone... I mean, you have good resistance, but how is... Yeah, he has 100 damage with low HP, doesn't make for a good tank. Start with that. With Daunt and everything, I have some avoid. 72 hit is still a lot, but I can one round. At least they don't have like any negative effect for doing that. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. Wait. They don't counter. Maybe it's because he's the... They don't seem to want to counter Kurtnaga, maybe because he's the prince. Whatever the case, I'm going to take full advantage of this. Not countering might be not targeting either. It might be sort of a Rudolph thing in... Oh, wow, okay. Great opportunity to trade Kurtnaga then in this map, right? If I knew that, I would have pushed you into the enemy ranks and... Okay. Well, that's a shame, I guess. Yeah, this is going to have to be... Actually, I think I need Soren a bit closer. And he has going to be a Menth. And then it's going to be Ike, and then it's going to be Thihark doing God knows what. But we're not okay. We're not okay. We're not okay. But at least I have good dodge, right? I have Ether too, for what it's worth. Which it should be worth not a lot. Okay. Okay. If I get lucky, I could even kill you. But for now, I'm mainly looking to block, you know? Because 2 damage taken is fine. Roar. Like uncle, like nephew? Nephew. Please don't do anything weird. Yeah, you go for range, another guy goes for range, and then you are actually attacking Tibarn. So Tibarn is sort of blocking the physical enemies on one side. What I don't want is... I actually think the white dragons are probably going to take a life here. But well, let's see. So here, unless I get tier or a crit, nothing. Nothing. At least they don't have healers. That's fine. Good enough. Okay, first white dragon goes for you. That's only 12. Okay. Then we can take 2. I have Cymbeline, and technically if I double, I could even get Flare. I might be able to double. I'm not sure, but I might be able to double. Yeah, so I have a chance to get Flare, ignore resistances, and get back some health. Meaning this isn't bad, necessarily. Having some mages in here can pay off. You go for Naila, don't you? Yeah. Obviously, because you see no counter. I think the red dragons on top are immobile. This guy also has to go for... Okay, I guess if they aren't aggressive, I could just block with Kurthnaga and Nena and use a single unit to take care of the rest. Like Ike, for example. Feel the power of Asherah's faithful. Oh, what are you doing? What was that? No damage. It only hit Naila, meaning it's a range attack. Apparently more units were able to reach here than I realized. And if they all focus on attacking Sanaki, Sanaki would have been dead. But they didn't. I'm using up the Cymbeline too much. I should keep it. After all, it's like my blessed weapon, so... Of course, there would be the opposite type of dragon. In case you have like a specialized defenses on each of the sides, they just get replenished. Okay, I get it. Well, all things considered, that's not horrible. Kurthnaga is definitely going through the center. He's just attacking. I shouldn't get attacked, and I mean, if random dragons aren't going to counter you, then I'm guessing the Ginsia has even less reason to do so, because he's your father. So yeah. Ooh, 0. Okay, so maybe you are physical after all. Oh, this is the play. Wait. I was going to check durability. I don't have durability. So blessed weapons can't be broken? Okay. Good to know. Then I maybe should have played more aggressively with certain weapons if I'm going to get them to... I mean, the double bow you're never going to deplete, but for example... Oh man, I should have blessed... I should have blessed the Worm Slayer, right? To be able to get through... But maybe Mantle cancels effective damage, so... Who cares? I don't know. This guy shouldn't be able to move, but... Whatever. Have Meteor... Ooh! Heavy damage on this asshole. I mean, why not? He might be named, but takes very heavy damage, so that's okay. Not going to get enemies with like this loop-sided of a stat line anymore, so... Two enemies prefer to go for Nyla. That's okay. We can take that. These ones go through the south. They are moving slowly but surely. As much as I would love for you to do some stuff, I think it's better, Thihark, if you open up the path with a bit of support from Night Tide. Okay. Cool. Very good, very good. And 40 speed, actually. Okay, so let me check, for example, Kainege's damage. 16 times 2. Kaineges is doing that, then I might have some trouble. Ho 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 ho! No, 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 no. Yeah, I need to start with this. We need to open up the path, so I need more units there. I need to accumulate the damage on the Ginsia. Kaineges can do like a third of the total bar. I also have... I should take the tithes into account. I guess. You raise defense and resistance, doesn't seem that useful. But didn't you raise like speed? Strength and skill. Okay. Magic and speed. Strength seems very good. Like if I just position you there, dealing extra damage seems very good. Soren for the support. Blizzard. Ooh, one round in this asshole. Okay. I'm okay with that. He has a Lagos Stone, not a Lagos Gem, so it's not that important to get that. My prince, I was supposed to protect you, but I failed. No, Gareth. It was I that turned my back on Golda. Gareth, I'm sorry. Okay. Very dramatic quote for someone that doesn't seem to matter for shit, but okay. So are you aggressive? You are aggressive. Sorry, where do you... Oh, you go for Kaineges. Actually, this might be a problem. No, there's only 2 of you that can go for Kaineges. But getting them out of the way is going to be annoying. 31. Whoa, 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 whoa. Good thing I dodged, because the red dragon probably... Yeah. No, I will have survived. Even with everything hitting. Not that I'm trying to justify anything or whatever. Okay, those are moving very aggressively because they are the reinforcements, but we are actually okay. I kind of need to finish this now, though. Like, now. Alright. I mean, at least there's this. Any other of the guys want to come? I didn't pay attention to this at all. I'm dead. Because you're a losing condition, right? Apostle! You mustn't overtax yourself. I'm sorry. Only option is to flee. How frustrating. Is that okay? That looks okay to me. Losing 1 unit per map? That's fine. That's fine. I mean, it's not like Sanaki was doing anything for us, really. Like, we lost a moron. That's fine. That's fine. We lost a not very good unit, to be honest. She couldn't heal. If I lost a healer, I would consider the reset, but you know, being so far into the map and everything, I'm going to try and finish it now. Could always end up being a reset, because I just don't have the tools to finish it. Oh, can we please stop? There we go. Okay. Not serious and aggressive, but these guys sure are. Yes, really want to take care of you. How about Elincia? Elincia wouldn't survive the Gensia. And she doesn't have the Worm Slayer, so yeah. Let's just take care of you. Advance with the rest. Okay. Level on Elincia. Strength, skill, speed, alright, right? Yeah, we just have to pass through this side. Starting with South. Oh, South, please. Oh no, he has a full inventory, okay. Might not be what we think. You can't get anywhere. Alright. Then we can take Matrona. Still. Stole the Lagosiam. Okay, perfect, perfect. And with all this happening, I don't know how doable it's going to be, but okay. But the Great Fang is good damage. Could activate something. I'm going to start with that. Indigencia, I owe you an apology. You warned me often of the danger of open war, but I did not listen. I want you to know how truly sorry I am for the strife that has once again engulfed our world and my part in it. However, I will not meekly accept judgment by the goddess. Regardless of my duty to her, the petrified people must be saved. Kainag is king of beasts. I regret that we must stand on opposite sides. Now we must determine which one of us is in the right. Okay. Did he just do triple damage? Okay. The irony of this, to be defeated by so tiny a thorn. I literally think that's a reset, but I'm going to keep trying. So Wormslayer does 0. No, Wormslayer can still do some damage. Wait, what? Anodite does 0, Wormslayer does... I don't get it. Nullifies all damage inflicted by weapons not blessed by Yune. Then why am I doing damage with the Wormslayer? Maybe it's just like a preview thing, but then I actually don't do anything, right? Well, whatever the case, I should probably approach here with you. To grant a bit of attack. Or something. I'll keep attacking just to check. Okay. Fools, by denying your judgment, you merely rush to your death. So if you get ire, you kill anyone. And you also have nihil. I'm guessing mantle gives you nihil. He can do triple damage. How does anyone survive that? Like how do you reliably not die to this dude? He can activate an attack that just does triple damage. Unless you want to solo this with Ike, who I know has. But oh, this guy is dangerous. Yeah, like I can die with T-Barn. I never would have believed that one day I'd be facing off against you. Life sure is funny sometimes. Even you, T-Barn, don't make me kill you. You haven't got a chance. Don't be so sure about that. You just might be surprised. Besides, you've got a lot to answer for, the Ginsea. You'll finally pay the price for all those years of inaction and indifference as your king wore butcher than a slave. You short-sighted fool. You still don't understand. Alright, I'm waiting. Show me what you've got. Just don't ire me, please. So I could finish this now and go on without Sanaki and... Like this guy is insane. This guy is insane. 50 defense, 46 resistance is yes. Wow. Anyway. The Ginsea, Dragon King. I can see you have no intention of letting us pass. I follow my goddess's decrees. My will is unwavering. I have no choice then. Be on your guard. Very well, be your general. Our blessings may be equal and opposite, but your strength is a mere fraction of mine. Show me your best. Okay. Double nil activation. Just in case, to prevent things, and Ike takes the kill. And that was a full level. Kainigis and Sanaki and Leon. Let's just push through. If a chapter gets too complicated, I still have save states. Not save states. I still have saves, not save states. Unfortunately, I don't know how to do save states in Dolphin. No. Has my body grown old, or is it my heart? This was a defeat boss, right? Okay. I was pretty sure it was, but just in case it was a rout the enemy and I made a mistake. Well done. You have beaten me. Oh, father. Don't lose your head now, boy. This wound, this is nothing. Your power. How could you defeat me? I was blessed by Ashera herself. I give them my blessings. Yuna, is that you? That war long ago. I'm so sorry. You were right to fight against me. I was young and immature. The great flood was a result of my unchecked emotions. You don't have to apologize, Yuna. I always knew that you were actually evil. You were just too powerful. So why did you choose Ashera again? I had hoped that this time you would join me to help protect the people. I'm sorry, Yuna, but I've done worse to you. Long ago, we made a vow before the goddess Ashera herself. We vowed that we, the Lagus and Bjork, would never commit the same genocidal sins. We didn't keep our promise. and for that reason I was committed to accepting my just punishment. Silly, stubborn old scalebag. You just don't know when to quit. You need to lighten up a bit. To convince the Lagus Kings to follow my example, I rewrote history, hid my drugs, and declared you a guard god. All I ever wanted was to avoid conflict. Please forgive me. Don't worry about it, Leginsa. I caused enough trouble for you, so I'll forgive you just this once. I'm pleased to hear that. Monsieur, you followed your sovereign very far for having once left your country in disguise. I give you my sincerest thanks. No, my lord. And aware of my own king's true heart, I did what I thought had to be done. I apologize. And I would like to tell you only that I wish you the greatest happiness in life. Thank you, sir. Now then, Kurtnaga, get these men moving. I will remain here, where I cannot move. Yes, father. We will stop at Shera. Wait here for our return. We will be back. Yes, my son. I'll be waiting. All right.
We must save them. Even now, as we speak, countless Lagus slaves endure Benyon chains.
Another voice active.
That we will do.
That's the voice of the Ginsia. I actually.
Nothing. Now is the time for the dragon tribes to use their strength to save the oppressed Lagus.
Goldoa does not interfere with the outside world. As king of dragons, I will not allow my people to fan the flames of war. Conflict on the scale you describe will wake the goddess.
Who's this talking to?
This is the path to destruction. 1,000 years. That is how long we swore to the goddess that there would be no war. Have you forgotten our covenant?
It's surprising to me that I actually did the Ginsia voice pretty well.
Treated as less than livestock. I cannot believe that this is what the goddess wants.
Who's this talking?
Goldoa will not move. This decree stands from the time
It can't be T-Barn, right? No.
The goddess has not yet slept 150 years.
Not 150 years. Okay, then this is far in the past.
Would you see all of Tilius awash
But that voice.
in blood? No. Unless destruction comes to seek us at our door, Goldoa will not move. For the sake
This fucking
of
dub.
future
Unless
generations.
destruction comes to seek us at our door.
Care nothing for the Lagus who suffer in the.
It has more of an accent than me.
Do you think it would comfort them to know that you condone their misery?
All things require sacrifice.
The Ginsia is a bit of an asshole. Sorry to say.
Where are you
I know we just
going?
took him on and everything, and
To Benyon. I will find a solution with
no way. I was thinking the boys.
Lost your birthright? All you will accomplish
You
is
have lost your
own
birthright.
destruction. Hold, I say.
You who have lost your birthright. You who have lost your birthright. My queen, Rayon, I will soon join you. My lovely Almeda, cherish life. Oh man, okay, I thought he was actually going to survive. Did I understand this correctly? Like the person in the memories said they were going to go to Benyon and seemed to have the same voice as the Black Knight's master. Meaning Sephiroth is like 1,000 years old? I mean, it could technically be possible, right? Because you who have lost your birthright, that could mean a branded, right? Probably. And we know that branded age very slowly, and we were actually reminded again of that fact at the end of the previous chapter. I don't think they are quite literally immortal, but maybe Sephiroth is like the first branded to ever exist. Maybe that's the whole reason about his, his plan. He was the first branded to ever appear, and because of that, he ages even slower than the rest of people, and he just doesn't fucking age. He has been the same since forever. That could be the case. I actually think that would fit with everything we've known so far. Yeah, okay. Have to see. It's happening again. Whose memory is that? Something feels so familiar about it. Is that your memory? Father. Girth. He's gone. I know. This is simply another reason to move on. Entrusted by my father to care for our people, I will stand before Shera as the king of the dragon tribe. Ooh! Oh, sometimes this game is so fucking beautiful when they do stuff like this. Yeah. Form shift, I'm assuming, was assigned to Kurthnaga, meaning Kurthnaga is now. Yeah, Kurthnaga inherited the crown, meaning he has form shift because he's now a royal. He's the king of the dragons, literally, and gameplay wise, that's so well done. And actually makes Kurthnaga then a pretty interesting character to train, I guess. Because if I played this map a bit slower, a lot slower, I could have fed like 1,000 kills to Kurthnaga. And then by doing that, I could turn him into a pretty monstrous new Lagos Royal. I guess that's the point, right? He's like a trainee Lagos Royal. You get 3 maps to train him, and then he turns into a Royal for Rebirth 4 and onwards. I still feel like there's going to be 1 or 2 maps. There might be even 2 more maps. A 5-part endgame. Wow, this game just doesn't finish. But okay. I understand, of course, that losing Saneki, I don't feel bad about at all, because anything and everything that they did with Saneki during the endgame, it was just due to me wanting to use her a little bit. But it doesn't matter. She's still going to be a part of the story because she retreated. Kainegis, I feel a bit worse about, because I do think he's a better unit, a more interesting unit, but I let my dancer go, so why not? I just got a new royal, royal for royal. It's okay. We should be fine. I'm going to try and keep going. After all, I did bring like a lot of very powerful units, and I just didn't feel like resetting. Hope you're not too angry about my way of playing. I do tend to play endgame chapters in a bit of an Iron Man way, like whoever goes, because we are nearing the end of the game, so who cares? Of course, I prefer to do it deathless if I can, but I just didn't see the... First of all, I didn't remember Ire for Kainegis. That's absolutely my mistake, and yeah, I guess Neil is a very valuable skill now that I know this, because you can equip Neil on multiple characters to make sure those are your like the Ginsia killers, right? And you can also have that character function as the unit to take on Libale without having to care at all for Impale, right? You can't get attacked by Impale, you can't get attacked by that. You can't get hit by Corona from Lekain either. And maybe there will be more activation skills in the future chapters, in the other endgame chapters. Yeah, so if I had given Nihil to Kainegis, we could have done well here. And I had a Nihil available on Null, and I just didn't. It's just my mistake for not knowing the game. As I said, very difficult game to play blind. And I maintain my opinion. I think this game is especially hard if you are playing blind. So, well. Anyway, yeah, as I said, I hope my less than optimal gameplay doesn't stop you from enjoying a bit of disaster. And I think the story is actually very interesting. Like, even though they are extending a bit too much the Sephiran reveal for my taste, because it's clearly Sephiran. Even though they are extending it a bit, I do have to say there's a lot of things about his identity that I don't completely get. So I'm glad they are doing it this way. It's cool. And the unveiling pieces of history during the endgame. My favorite game is FE6, so you have to know I definitely like that, because that's what they do during Legends and Lies, or the truth and the legend, the truth behind the legend, whatever however you want to translate it. Chapter 24 of FE6. Whenever you conquer a throne with Roy, you kind of get a bit of a history lesson of the war between the dragons and the humans. Anyway, it's interesting. I think it's very well done. It integrates the story and the gameplay together, which is fantastic. You can't really ask for much more. And it also made for a pretty interesting battle, because actually with the dragons being both physical and magical, you have to think a bit about how to take them on. Probably taking full advantage of the floors and being a bit more defensive at the beginning could have been the play, but yeah, I don't know. I'll have to try strategies, other strategies in the future. But yeah, for now, that's going to do it for me and for this part, obviously. This has been Pomum. Next might be the very end, although I get the feeling it's not going to be. I get the feeling it's going to be 2 more. But maybe it's going to be the end game. If you liked, consider liking, subscribing, leaving a comment, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.